forgot that I set it, and I'm in the middle of reading.
What?
I'm in the middle of reading this, and I forgot that I put that timer on. Hi, guys.
Oh, it's only just started for me.
So, yeah, I'm just double checking on how to actually use these ones because I've only used it a couple of times. So, I do have proper tarot cards as well, but apparently they are unlucky ones because I bought them myself, and apparently good tarot cards you are meant to be given. So this pack I was actually given for my birthday, so yeah. So yeah, I'm just double checking. I know.
I hope you know.
What?
If they hear me die on your stream, I expect that stream to go viral.
Right, so I have two things I can do that I know that I can definitely do with them. I can do spirit animals, and I can do a very simple sort of reading sort of thing. So yeah. So in this deck we have, hi everyone, by the way. So the back of them aren't very anything special. They're quite big compared to like the normal tarot cards that I have, like these ones here. So we've got this one, and they're quite big. So these are actually getting sent to a friend. So I thought it'd be nice for her because she's just moved into a house and she does all spooky dooky stuff like me as well. So yeah. Hi Peter. Hi. Hi. Hi James. Hi Moon. Angela Tom. Stefan. Rocky Mountain. Is it just Danielle or is it Danielle and James? Is there anyone else in? Is Lexi still here? So, in this deck, we have loads of different animals. If you saw, obviously you'll see in the thumbnail, so we have a wolf, which obviously I had to put in, a raven, crow, whatever you want to call it. It says raven on there though. So, oh, is it Peter's birthday?
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Peter. Yeah, if you hear Pumpkin crying, screaming, coughing, it's because she's ill and it's past her bedtime, so we've put her to bed, but she's still coughing and screaming and throwing a tantrum and refusing to go to sleep. So she's fine. She's just being a pain in the bum. So yeah, and the other one on the thumbnail is actually a water dragon. I chose it just because it looks cool as hell. If he wants to focus. It doesn't want to focus. Yeah, we've got like a little cheapish webcam. So we have a stag, a horse, we have a fire dragon, an earth dragon, which looks a lot like a monitor. We have a dog that looks like a Scottish wolfhound, I think it is. A bear, a little otter, a blackbird, a boar, a hawk. There's literally loads. But we also have, where are they? There are some blank ones in this. So if I do anything for any of you and you don't want the blank ones in there, usually I do them all without the blank ones in because The blank ones are actually for making your own sort of thing, and I don't really want to destroy them. But oh, a little cow! So that's another dragon. So yeah, there's 4 dragons. So there's air, fire, earth, and water. So all the elements. Yeah, Peter, been into it since I was little. Lots of things going on in my life that brings me to this. So yeah. Lexi's singing to Peter. There you go. If it wants to come up. Is it working? The camera keeps freezing, so is it the camera or is it the laptop? I don't know. But yeah. So we have, I've actually taken the blank ones out. So just because we haven't. A lemon sip? A lem sip, do you mean? See, I've never actually used spirit boards just for the fact of like, I know so much that can go wrong with them. I just don't trust them. Just don't trust them at all. Hi, Nadia. Is there anyone else that I've missed in here? So, I'll move that. Is there anyone that wants anything doing? Like I said, I can either do spirit animals or I can do a very simple past, present, future sort of thing at the minute. Thank you. It's huge. It is huge. But yeah, the girl that actually did this actually bought me these cards as well. So it was a birthday present. Hi, Greg. James wants to know his spirit animal. Right, okay. So, me being the special person I am, I can't shuffle cards properly. So, yeah, sorry if you can hear Pumpkin. She's full on fighting asleep. So, yeah, I can't shuffle cards properly. So I have to put them on the table, spread them, keep going like this until I'm happy with them, put them all back together, and then I will pick something that way. So, right, so we'll do Rocky Mountain James first. Don't you start as well? Right, so right. I don't actually know how many cards it's here. It's probably how could you be scared of bats? Bats are amazing, man. They do so much for the environment. It's unreal. Right, so I think I'm done. So let's see what we have. spread them out. Oh God. Shh. The kids are trying to raid my stream. Right, so we have, I don't actually know how many cards we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. Right, so pick a number between 1 and 33, James. $14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 14. Your animal is apparently a frog. And a whingy baby. So, frog, apparently. So, a frog. Sorry, guys, she's very whingy. We're all ill. Just I'm not as bad as everyone else because I had the flu jab, so. Where is the frog? Frog. Frog unites the elements of water and earth. Quiet, please. I am reading. This is typical. Don't croak. So, yeah. Frog unites the elements of water and earth, bringing joy, delight, and healing in its singing and hopping, and leading you to a sacred spring. Let me just skim it because it is a huge paragraph. Blah, 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 blah.
We got any more sheets for her respect?
No.
I just put in a sleeping bag. How much capital does she have? 125?
The full one.
Whatever it is.
A companion of the rain, springs,
No.
and spirits.
I prefer it in all of them.
Ibuprofen. So, yeah, that's the main things of that one. Sorry, Aria. And I've just... She wants feeding while I'm doing this. Right, so let me try and mix these up for the other James while I am like this trying to feed the other one. So, spirit animal for James. While I'm doing this, James, think of a number between 1 and 33. Hey. I'm trying to flatten them out with one hand. Child, hold your ball. Thank you. Sorry. They would both be kicking off when this is happening. Lexi, I'll do yours after. So we have number 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And that is inverted wolf. So let me find that in the book. I'm not as good as most people where they know everything off by heart with them. Reversed meaning you may need to come into a new relationship with your sense of aloneness in the world. Behind a fear of loneliness may lie a fear of your own inner strength, fierceness, and power. Learn to trust this and to come to know your deeper self. Oh. So there you go, James. Apparently, that is apparently your spirit animal and what it means. Right, so Lexi's turn. While I'm doing it, Lexi, think of a number between 1 and 33. Does it make sense to you though, James, or is it just like a load of bull? Yeah, I'll do yours next. It's Becky and lockdown legs, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Lexi, have you got a number in mind? Acid, when did you creep in? 20. Right, okay. One, two. Don't know what I did that. 1, 2, 3. 20. Right, so it is a reversed eagle. Reverse doesn't actually mean bad things, it's just sometimes it's actually better than a normal one. Acid being a lurker, apparently. So, eagle, where are you? Oh, I'm going to sneeze in a minute, I can feel it. Oh, eagle, there we go. So, a reverse meaning of the eagle. You may need to guard against the dangers of an overpowering intellect. Does that make any sense? Maybe with you being so young and into spiders and stuff like that, people can be a bit pushy with knowledge onto people like yourself. So, Danielle, shut up. So, obviously, like, there are a lot of rude people in this hobby, and they will say horrible things. So, I'm guessing that is meaning regards to the hobby and the world. So obviously, with you being so young and growing up, it's just guarding yourself from, from horrible people, basically. So, yeah, that's how I take that one anyway for you. So, inverted eagle. Right, so Becky wanted one doing. What?
I said, hers is an inverted eagle, mine's an inverted kingdom. Where's the out?
I don't know where your highs.
That's where I'll find it.
Right, where were we?
Oh, you dirty one.
Wrong acid. Is there more acid splash?
What?
Yeah, that's true, Greg. But I actually think it's because she's so young and really like into the hobby. Like she could literally post something somewhere and people would just be like, well, you're a kid, sort of thing. Like, you know what people are like, they're horrible. Everyone that's that way seems to think that they know everything, so. Right, sorry, I'm just catching up with the comments. Right, so let's do Becky's. Is she still here? Please tell me she's still here. So, if you are still here, think of a number between 1 and 33 while I'm doing this. Exactly, Greg. But you know what? People are horrible and it drives me insane. But how do they expect kids to actually get into the hobby and learn if you're just gonna put them down, basically? Right, 15. I wish I could shuffle cards properly, you know. Right, 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Right, so 15 is, Fire Dragon. that's pretty cool. Right, so fire dragon's right at the back, I know that. There you go, Lexi. Right, fire dragon, and it was upright. So honestly, it's a nightmare trying to shuffle. So the meaning of fire dragon, it brings vitality, enthusiasm, courage, and an increased ability to overcome obstacles and to find the energy to cope with life's problems. Basically, it makes you a more powerful person and channels your inner fire, which can be directed to anything that you want. So like your passion and stuff like that. So you have a good, strong will, apparently. But that is a cool card as well. Like, if you can see that properly, like, that is pretty cool. Spirit, spirit animal fighting, like Yu-Gi-Oh cards or Pokemon cards or Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
What about?
Danielle says, look, afterwards with spirit animal battling.
Yes, I definitely prefer Yu-Gi-Oh over Pokemon.
So far, out of everyone, you need to watch out for Becky. God, I do have blank ones. We can do that one blank one. So, yeah. All right. Does anyone else want to try their spirit animal and meaning sort of thing? Is it Angel or is it Tom? I think it's Angel, isn't it? Right, I'll do angels and then I'll do acids. There is actually a horse in here, acid, that looks very similar to a unicorn. It's just missing the horn, obviously, because it's a horse. But see if I can find it. In fact, no, because I don't want people to think I'm cheating. I'll find it after I've done yours. So, angel. Think of a number between 1 and 33 while I shuffle for you. No, it's not a Pegasus, it's a horse. It's just normal animal stuff. Unfortunately, my dude. My dude. I need a sippage. Right, okay. Number 7. Why are these cards so big? Oh, bye, Nadia. Have a good day, evening. I think it's day over there, isn't it? So, right, number 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or is it Greg that's going? 7. Oh, bye, Greg. Sorry, Nadia. So, number 7 is an inverted hind. So, I think a hind is a deer. It's a little white deer, but it's upside down. So, right, where are we on here? Oh, it's going to be... All right, here we go. So, I said that very loud. A reverse meaning is... What? Oh, you're laughing at that? Shh. Why can't I read that word? Just bear with me a second. Francis, what does this word say?
I don't know.
It's great when I can't read on live, isn't it? That's self something.
Self-effacing.
Oh. I don't even know that word, but... Hi, Diana. Right. Let's try again, Angel. So it says, this may be advising you to be less self-effacing rather than adapting like a chameleon to the perceived demands and expectations of those around you. You may need to be more assertive. You may also need to be wary of becoming... You may also need to be wary of becoming preoccupied with the other world. So I know you're going through some stuff, aren't you? So like that kind of does make sense with what I've seen and you've told me. So if that makes sense to you, Angel, maybe. But if you want to know more, I'll speak to you later. So yeah, acid. Acid is next.
It's got to be a pony.
There is a horse in here, like I said, but whoever gets it. Acid says 17, so fingers crossed he gets the horse, or is going to be having me. He's going to be... He's going to butcher me.
Make it feel like it says, and we'll venture into a world full of mindless persons and have a party.
Bye, Becky. Thank you for coming over here and letting me do this for you. Right, 17 for acid. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Why am I really nervous to look at this one? Don't hate me, but you are an inverted wren, apparently.
What now?
A wren. A bird. Right, so let's find the wren. See if it makes any sense to you. Please don't hate me. I will show you the horse in a minute when I find it. Right, so an inverted wren. This could indicate that you need to look at whether your humility and gentleness actually render you invisible to others.
Oh, that should be mine.
So, interesting. Oh, so it actually makes sense to you then. That's fine then. Right, so let me find you the horse then. Let me show you the horse. And then I will do... Who else wanted one? Somebody else wanted one. Diana wanted one and Lexi wants another one. So let me just find the horse to show Acid. This seal's so cute! There you go. That's a horse. It's pretty cool, to be honest, for a horse.
For a horse? What's wrong with a horse?
It's white.
I like horses.
But, yeah. So, Acid, I don't suppose you saw, but yesterday I had to take Pumpkin to the hospital because she's been ill for nearly a week now and not really getting any better. But when we got there, they actually put us into a unicorn room, which was pretty cool. I'll show you the photo. Where is it? So I posted one on Instagram, but this decided to leave me. This is the wall. How cool is that? That's such a cool wall. So, but yeah, she started nursery last week and started coming down with what we think was a cold on Sunday, and she's just gradually got worse through the week. She's passed it on to all of us. Even Pudding is suffering, but no one seems to be as restless as Pumpkin. You've got it pretty bad, haven't you?
Yeah.
So, which is why he's not doing his live. So, yeah. Right, so let's do Diana's. So, Diana, think of a number between 1 and 33. And I will get that done for you. And then I'll go back to Lexi because she says she wants another one. And then I'll do Nadia. Right. So come on, lie down. Thank you. Right, so well, hopefully acid, but we'll see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So number 6, I'm going to turn it that way. So you are a normal hind. So Angel had the reversed one. Hind, there we go. So it brings us a gentleness and grace of a feminine principle. Whether you are male or female, opening the qualities of the hind will enable you to achieve a greater degree of sophistication, subtlety, and elegance in the best possible sense of these terms. So, there you go. Right, so moving on, let's see. Again, remember, I can actually do the 3 card past, present, and future sort of things as well. So if you do want that, just say. But right now, these are just for the animals. Lexi, pick another number. Yeah, that is a really positive card, I said.
Oh.
2, right. Sorry, Silex is playing Call of Duty and getting angry. So if you hear swearing, that's why. No, I haven't actually done myself for a good while.
Well, you might want to rephrase that.
Is such a bad person in the mind. No, he's not playing with Kieran, he's just playing with anyone online. Right, so Lexi, you are an upside down earth dragon. The one that looks like a monitor lizard. So, I'm going to sneeze in a minute, I'm sorry. Earth dragon. Sorry. Right, so where's Earth Dragon? Seal, fire, Earth Dragon. So the reverse meaning perhaps somehow you are relating to your inner reserves and potential in an inappropriate way. Are you doubting anything that you're doing? Maybe you don't think you're good enough for something and you need to just have more belief in yourself, sort of thing. So I guess that actually does kind of tie in with the other card, like not letting people get to you sort of thing, and it is very similar sort of thing. Right, so Nadia. Oh, thanks, Min.
What?
Saying bless me. Danielle, I'm gonna slap you.
Why?
She's calling herself fat.
Hey, you're naughty.
I will get a plane to Canada and I will come and slap you. So, 3. 2, 3. Upside down's not always a bad thing though, Lexi. So maybe you should be a bat and hang upside down. Right, so number 3 for Nadia. 1, 2, 3. And that is a hind again. So if you got what I said for Diana's, hind's very popular.
I just exploded.
Do you need me to read it out again, Nadia? Or
There's been a snot explosion.
can you stop?
Oh, help me!
Can you stop telling everybody?
I'm not telling you. Oh dear, and this is why I didn't go live. It wouldn't have been pretty. It would not have been pretty at all.
It wasn't me that sneezed, Lexi. She says, bless you.
Oh, thank you. When I sneeze, the world knows.
Right, so you don't need to read. Right, so, was there anyone else?
Yeah, my dad sneeze. But I can bring down buildings with one thing.
Should I do my own? See what we get. Acid. Lots of positive people with happy futures. And then it goes, stop spreading your disease, Francis. You ain't in Wednesbury anymore. Right, I'll do Danielle's then. What's shaking is the table. Because I'm leaning on the table and the monitor keeps shaking. Sorry. But it's because I'm doing things on the table. And yeah. So, hi, by the way. Right, so we'll do Danielle's and then I'll do my own. And then if you want, we can go on to the other type where it's a past, present, future sort of thing. And see what I can get for that. So Danielle wanted, what was it? 13, 31. You would be near the end. I'll just count backwards from the back. So you are... I actually can't believe this. You're well suited. Oh, that's funny. So James got a frog. Danielle got the frog. At least you're well suited. Right. So that's actually really tickled me. Right, so we'll do my own. And how much are we guessing that it ain't gonna be a wall? Right, so and I am going to pick number 7 just because it's my lucky number and it is my birthday. Birthday. Oh, you don't want to go in. That's not a good sign. So you want to go that way, you want to go that way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I got the fire dragon as well.
You got what?
I got the fire dragon. There's a lot of the same coming out in this. We've had 2 frogs, 3 hinds, 2 fire dragons. They want me to do yours.
You what?
They want me to do yours. Yeah, the fire dragon makes no sense for me, but okay. So apparently the fire dragon brings vitality, enthusiasm, courage, and increased ability to overcome obstacles and to find the energy to cope with life's problems. Having the powerful fire dragon as an ally will align you with the qualities of leadership and mastery. With care, he will fuel your inner fire, which can be directed and channeled with lesser-like precision. I don't know. It doesn't really make much sense to me, but she might be able to catch you if you jump over her. You didn't think about that, did you? I think you need a new shuffler. Honestly, I cannot shuffle cards to save my life, but everyone else seems to understand, so true. That makes sense, Acid. Right. You gotta pick a number.
957,342.
You can't have that.
What can I have?
Between 1 and 33.
27.
27.
Yeah.
Ah. 27. Yours is giving me really bad shivers. That's yeah, that's creepy. No, that's it. Do not say that.
What?
It says it's your number 69. 5, 6, 7. You said 27, didn't you?
Oh, I said 69.
Seven. Oh,
It's a donkey, isn't it?
there's no donkey in the deck.
No, maybe there.
You've got an upside down adder.
Cool. First time a straight. What?
Maybe. Right, where's the adder? Pretty sure adders eat frogs. So, the reverse meaning, the adder urges you to abandon the ability to wound and to replace it with the power to heal. Although the snake is poisonous,
Venomous.
yeah, that's completely wrong. Like, they're venomous, but yeah. And has used in the Christian tradition as a symbol of evil.
I don't really know what you're saying.
It basically represents healing and the power of transformation.
I could do with a bit of healing right now.
Yeah, I know you could.
I'm dying.
The snake as totem animal urges us to use our powers of energy, penetration,
Whoa!
swift and silent movement, not to harm others but to help and heal them.
That sounds a bit rapey, swift and silent penetration. It's a bit rapey, that is, isn't it? Sorry, I forgot Lexi's in
Sorry, Lexi.
I forgot, sorry.
Ignore that. So,
So actually, mine's a good kid.
right, Diana wants one more. Right, this will be the last single one that I'll do because I've been doing this for an hour now. So, one more. I don't want to. Wonder why yours give me the shivers though.
Because I have that effect on it.
Such big headed.
Oh, I'll freak them out. You're doing jokes for freak them out.
Ouija board. I do not own a Ouija board and I never will.
I will never allow it.
Right. 1, 2, 3. So it is another one upside down, and it is a water dragon. So upside down water dragon. The water dragon is warning us to approach an exploration of our our psyche and our past with caution. The cautious self can absorb the impact of only a limited amount of repressed and unconscious material. So basically, something happened in your past. Maybe. And you're very wary about something happening again. Maybe. I don't know. So yeah, Ouija boards, massive no-no. Definite no-nos. If anyone asked me if I wanted to do spirit boards, Ouija boards, anything like that, I'd say no. And I can't suggest any more strongly or advise any more strongly that you just stay away from them. Like, I like the look of them, don't get me wrong. I did think about having like a picture or one done, but like it just brings back so much bad stuff. It's just not worth it. Like, the amount of things that can happen with Ouija boards is ridiculous. You get more bad connections than you get good. It's not worth it. And especially if you don't know what you're doing with them. I definitely don't do them on your own. Like, why would you do it on your own? Like, that is like one sure way to get bad shit. Sorry. But yeah. Honestly, you can't actually control. If anything does come through, you can't control what is there. You can't control who comes through. You can't. It's literally like a Russian roulette of spirits. It's just not good. Has anyone actually seen the film Ouija? Like, that is like massively over dramatized, or whatever you want to call it, like over exaggerated, but that does happen. Like, you can get demons attached to you, you can get bad spirits attached to you. Like, it can bring in bad things, and if you don't close it properly, you don't know what you're doing, it can stick with you. Hi, Tanya. Basically, Danielle, especially the bad ones. So, yeah, my mom actually went to her friend's, and her friend told her that she'd been doing Ouija boards. This is obviously like way before me. Oh, Jaden's here. Hi, Jaden. So this is way before she had me. It's like when she was like, I think she was like 18 maybe. And yeah, so a friend had been doing Ouija boards and the word fire came through. And they just thought nothing of it. And then a couple of weeks later, her friend's house actually set on fire. So, yeah. My mum has also been to a proper spiritual medium, and this was years and years and years and years ago. and they said, do you know anyone that owns a red car? And she was like, not that I'm aware of. Why? And they said, people close to you, family, friends, if they have a red car, they will get hurt, die, stuff like that. They will have bad car crashes with a red car, basically. So it came, I think she said it was like a year or so ago. No, not ago, after. And one of her closest friends actually had a red car, had a really bad car crash. Luckily, she didn't die. She hasn't had anything like major, but she had a really bad car crash. And since then, it's always been no red cars. So I'm not allowed a red car. You'll not be allowed a red car if you drive. So, yeah. So does anyone actually have any stories?
I have done it once upon a time.
Not like that.
There was a man called on the front of and he had a car.
So I'm trying to get my glitter down. I have no drink in this right now, so. But yeah, acid, you'll like my No, he didn't stream, Jaden. I'm streaming instead because the rest of the house is actually really ill. He's not great, so I'm the only one that's like half alive because I actually had my flu jab. Everyone else is dying, so.
Well, the kids aren't dying. Let's not say the kids are dying.
Well,
some people are pleased to know.
So he's currently a snot monster. Okay.
Playing Call of Duty very badly. As usual.
Ooh.
What?
Acid. Were you a kid when that happened, Nadia?
What?
Nadia, she said bad things attached themselves to my sister and tried to get to me too. They were feeding off of me for a while. Like, oh, so were you living together? So like, kids, they really seem to like really suck the energy out of the kids. Don't get me wrong, I do love dinosaurs, Lexi. You should see the amount of unicorns I have. It's ridiculous. I've literally projected it onto Pumpkin. So
Dinosaurs are better than unicorns. Every day of the week.
shut up.
You should.
So you were living with her. So do you know how they attached to her? Like, was she doing Ouija boards or had she been somewhere or anything like that? 100 dinosaurs. See, my favourite dinosaur is a dippy-dokey, is it what I call them? But it's a diplodocus, so. And I actually cried at the second Jurassic World when they're leaving the dock and everything's on fire and there's just that one diplodocus that stood trying to get out and I'm like, oh! It's not even real. So Sidex thought that was absolutely hilarious that I cried at it. James, you can actually come up and tell your story that way. I don't mind. Ooh. Sorry, I'm just reading the comments like, ooh. But yeah, so as James, if you want to, you can. Oh, okay.
What?
Maybe another time then, James. He's got to go in a minute. Yeah, I forgot that your time zone's different to ours, so yeah. So yeah, we've had a few things happen since we've moved, actually. Mainly actually down in the animal room, which is really weird. But
It's not that weird. It used to be Granddad's nurture.
no, it's weird to other people, but it's not to us. So the house that we actually live in now was my grandparents' house. And yeah, you did tell me it, Tanya. So yeah, so this is my grandparents' house was my grandparents' house. And how many years ago is it now? 6 or 7 years ago now. My granddad was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. I can't remember the word. Cancer of the pancreas, basically. And obviously got worse. Chemo wasn't even an option. Long story short, he ended up passing about 6 months after being diagnosed. So, yeah. At his funeral, I was just obviously stood there, and out of the corner of my eye, I saw someone walking towards us and came and stood next to the people that were stood next to me. So he stood on the end of the aisle, and I turned around, and my granddad's just stood there, and it was just so bloody weird. Like, that's the first time I actually ever saw him like that. Bye, James. Thanks for coming anyway. Have a good day or night or whatever it is over there. So yeah, I saw him at his funeral. And then the Christmas following that, we came to visit my grandma here. And I was sat in basically where Sidex is now in the chair. There was a chair over in this corner where Pumpkin's trampoline is. And he was sat there just watching us all on Christmas Day. And that was just, for me, that was really weird because, like, obviously, like, he just passed. And, like, this was, like, the most constant interaction I was getting at that time. Obviously, if you've seen my previous videos, there's the gypsy lady that was in my mirror. She was literally the most constant thing while I was little. But yeah. What?
I'm talking myself.
Oh God, Diana. Yeah, just learn to duck. So yeah, it was really weird. I went to uni the following year, and he'd visit me at uni every so often just to check out how I was and stuff like that. But then it got a bit less frequent. Then once I moved to West Midlands to live with Sidex, everything was fine in that house. And then we moved to our own house, because I actually moved into the house with his family first, and then we moved into our own house. And it was quiet, everything was fine until we had Pumpkin. And then I started noticing smells. I started noticing like things being turned on, things being turned off. So my granddad had a thing for going around, make sure all the plug switches were turned off, the ones that have nothing in them. He was known for that. Even sometimes he would literally turn things off in the kitchen. And this one morning I went in to go and make Sidex a cuppa, and the switch on the wall for the kettle had been turned off, which I know I didn't do it. He didn't do it. Pumpkin definitely didn't do it because she was only like a month or so old. So that was one thing. Kept smelling his aftershave. So he always wore diesel red, if you're old enough to know what that is. Pancakes, he used to cook pancakes for me all the time. Sorry, Lexi, but this is the whole thing of the stream. So I don't mean to be scaring anyone, I'm sorry, but yeah. So he used to cook me pancakes a lot when I was little. It was like the best pancakes in the world, like, honestly. So like I even smell him in this house, but in the old house, I smell his aftershave, the pancakes, the plugs were turning off, photos and stuff like that were being turned sideways. So like I knew straight away that it was my granddad. And then once Pumpkin actually moved into her own room, see, like Sidex hates all this stuff. And like I don't tell him this stuff anymore because I know he just doesn't want to know, basically. But like once Pumpkin had her own room. What?
So bearing in mind I'm sat here and I can hear it all.
I know. But what's the point of me doing the stream if I don't tell things?
Oh no.
So yeah, so she had a monitor and you could hear things moving around, footsteps and stuff like that. So I would look on the monitor sometimes and there would be like a really dark figure or like orbs moving. Like a lot of people don't believe in orbs. Like they just think they're either dust, insects, whatever, but they moved. Like dust would not just go like all over the place. Like it would just like float, like or float up or down or whatever. It wouldn't like just go like darting. So there was them, and yeah, there was sometimes a figure at the side of a cot. So the noise that would actually get my attention would be Pumpkin. She would either be crying or whinging or babbling. But most of the times when she was babbling, I'd turn the monitor on, let him. It's gone long on this monitor because it's dead now. But like, you press a button and the screen lights up, and she'd be sat, and she'd just looking in this one spot going, blah, 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 blah. She used to say Bob a lot, and the only Bob that I actually know of was actually a really good friend of my granddad. and he actually helped my grandma out a lot after my granddad passed. So I'm not sure if it's that she got that from, or it was just a massive coincidence, or I don't know. But yeah. So there was a lot of things, and I actually did have a couple of photos where you can vaguely see an outline of a body next to the cot. But it was so weird. But since we moved into this house, there's been quite a lot of things that's gone on, obviously, because this was his house. So the animal room that is down at the bottom of the garden was actually my granddad's workshop. So he had all his tools, stuff like that. He worked on clocks, he worked on cars, anything that he could mess about with, he messed with. So it was like the first week, weren't it? The first week we moved in, Sidex obviously had to rehouse all the Balfourian. So he rehoused them all into the enclosure, and he was trying to do a time lapse of the webbing. Because obviously Balfour are known for their webbing. So he tried to do a time lapse overnight, and we watched it back in the morning, and the camera would literally like start to tilt. And it just tilted one way for the first couple of nights, and we were just like, oh, maybe the camera's heavy on one side, something like that. Night, Lexi. Thank you for joining anyway. So it tilt. I hope I don't give you nightmares, by the way. I'm sorry. So we thought maybe it's just heavy on one side, maybe the tripod's not tight enough, stuff like this. So I'm just like, you tightened it a bit more, didn't you?
Yeah.
Made sure everything was like fine, made sure like you wobbled it and make sure it didn't lean or anything like that. And then a couple of nights later we did it again, checked it again, and it went one way. So it like do it with my phone. So it'd be like filming like this, and it'd tilt like this, and then it'd go back like this, and it just wobbled like this, like on the time lapse. Now, if that was the weight of the phone or the tripod, it'd literally just keep leaning one way. How would it go one way, then the other way, then the other way, then the other way? Like, to me, I feel like it was my granddad trying to straighten it up. So, you still have the footage, don't you?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know.
We'll try and see if it's still on that phone, and if we can find it, I will upload it and show you all. It is very, very slight, so it goes like this. Yeah, some of them it is really noticeable, but that was the first thing that started happening. Then we went out to pick up a breeding pair, and no, that morning we actually went out to go pick something up from town, I believe it was. Yeah, we went to the range, didn't we? And we came back and knew nothing about this. And then we went out that night to go and pick a breeding pair up. And I got a phone call from my uncle. And he was like, where are you? I'm like, we're like an hour away from home. Why? What's up? And what?
What?
Danielle, are you serious? Or like, are you Are you trying to mess with me?
Oh, wait, what's the
So, I was like, we're like an hour away from home. Why? What's up? And he was like, well, the alarm's going off. I'm like, oh, okay. So my mum and my dad came down to see to the alarm, and it said it was being tripped in the workshop. So that's the animal room again. And that morning, apparently, it had gone off as well. So we came back, and I just saw the light saying workshop, and I'm like, maybe it's just some sort of weird light. I don't know. Maybe I haven't like reset it properly. But it turns out that the alarm had been going off that morning again. So there's that. And then the next day we tried to set it to go out, and it said there was a problem with this room, which is a complete different room. It said there was movement in this room, and there was literally nobody in here. Like, Side X and the girls were outside in the car. Well, the girls was in the car. You were outside the front door, weren't you?
I just went down for fault with the alarm.
And it's just... it was just weird. You know what I mean? So, like, Side X said it was just a fault with the alarm. I'm not too sure. Like, it is a really old alarm, but there's just too many coincidences with it as well. So, I don't know. But, yeah. Sometimes when I am in the kitchen, I will see something out the corner of my eye. Sometimes it's nothing. Sometimes, like most of the things I do see are in peripheral. I can't speak or read today. So, yeah, there's that. The old house I grew up in, if you've seen any of my previous videos, there is a massive garden, and at the back of that garden is a graveyard. I am actually thinking about doing like a video surrounding that to like explain things a bit more. But the old house was on ley lines. If you know what a ley line is, it is like spirit lines that cross between churches and graveyards and stuff like that. Night, Diana. So, yeah, that is why so many things happened in the house that I grew up in, with the gypsy lady, the black-eyed kid, stuff like that. There's also, this was really weird. So, you know, on Google Maps, how you can do the street view, you can look onto the houses and stuff like that. When it first came up, I have actually, Jaden, so I'll tell you about that as well. So when that first happened, I searched our house, looked at it, and there was actually a face in the window. It wasn't my face, it wasn't my brother's face, and it wasn't my parents' face. It was just a face and nobody. And to be fair, it looked like Michael Myers. So maybe Michael Myers was after me, but it was really weird. Like, there was 100% a face in there. So, going to see mediums. This was years ago that I was with my ex, and we went to see this one reader, and I can't remember how it started. Oh, it started with, it was one of them big group ones. And he started saying, there's somebody that's having problems with their knees. They're going to be having an operation with their knee. And I sat there and I'm like, that's really weird. And they carried on and I'm like, they have something to do with red cars. And I went, oh my God. And I sat there and like, but I keep going back to this knee thing, this knee problem. And it's like, it's giving like a lot of like problems and pain. And I'm like, oh my God. And they could see me like sitting there like, oh. So he looked at me and I'm like, is it anything to do with you? And I'm like, well, my mum's due to be having a knee operation because she's suffering with her knees really bad. Like the cartilage is all like gone in her knees. And she has this thing about red cars. And I'm like, right. Her granddad wants me to speak to her through you. And I'm like, right, okay. And he said, he wants her to sharpen her knives. He wants her to sharpen her knives and to let you know that you will be getting a small dog to help her through her knee surgeries. So I was like, right, okay, that doesn't make sense to me, but I'll let her know. And I rang her on the half-time interval sort of thing, and I'm like, I've been told that you've got to sharpen your knives. And she's like, was it from my granddad by any chance? So like, apparently so. And she's like, he had a thing about having a knife sharpened all the time. Every time he went to use one, he would sharpen it. So I told her about the dog, and she went, okay. Dogs, like, at that time, dogs were a big no-no for us. Like, they refused to get us a dog. So she had this operation on her right knee. Everything went fine. And then she got home and she actually had to go back and have it redone again. The time that she actually had it redone was about 6 months to a year after the first time she had it done. And just before she went to go and have the second one done, we got Molly, which is the Staffy Cross pug that is actually in my intro. And I'm guessing that was the dog that he was on about with the healing process. So, yeah. And then I went to another one and he came through again and said somebody is starting a job to do with numbers. And at this time, I had literally just started a job doing administration. So that is like, I was doing lots of invoice stuff, like, so which is numbers of like, I was doing like really shoddy accounting sort of stuff, like making sure that people are paying things and like they were going to the right people. And he was like, you need to get better at your maths. I can help you with your maths, but you've got to let me help you. And I'm like, how are you going to be able to help me with my maths if like you're a spirit? I just didn't understand. But anyway, I did stay in that job. So yeah, weird things. So I missed a few comments now. So See, spirit kids really, really get me, because they can either be an actual kid or it can be a bad spirit pretending to be a kid to try and lure you in, to pretend that it's innocent, to gain your trust and stuff like that, and then it will feed off your energy, make you ill, stuff like that. So they're a bit hit and miss. So yeah. Has anyone else got anything else to ask? Because I have actually got like loads of stories, just I can't remember them off the top of my head. Night, Jaden. But yeah, this was like a massive, like, random idea. Like, I was baffing the kids and I was like, should I do a live? So that sounds like a movie. That literally sounds like a movie. Oh, Jaden, I'd love the cheerleaders. That's not it. Where is it? There we go. Would you love some dead cheerleaders?
Oh,
What?
I didn't even know what you said.
So Moon's put, there were some cheerleaders that haunted the high school that died on their way to a football game. Would you like to be haunted by cheerleaders, Francis?
Thank you. They got a bit fucked up in the accent. Probably in there, though.
Well, you never know. They might not look like what they died like.
No, not thanks. Yes, they're ready.
A lot of people do say once you do pass, you take the form, like the best form of yourself to that person, if that makes sense. Jaden,
What's he saying?
can they perform?
No, that is the key question.
Dirty boy. So, spare me a second. So, is there actually anyone that has stories that wants to come on, or do you want me to do some more cards, or? Yeah, true, Jaden.
What's he saying?
Like, you could see him performing on a pitch, or which has happened. Like, I've seen some videos online. There's a actual cheerleading performance going on, and there is something in the background that runs across. So there's that. Oh, nice. Cards. Right. So just bear me a second. I'll go get another drink and I will be back. So talk among yourselves, share stories, stuff like that. Yes, Nadia, that would be a demon. There you go. That would definitely be a demon. That's a no-go for me. So animals, it could be a demon, or it could be like, if you're into like all your witchy stuff, it could be like a familiar sort of thing. So like, you know, like what, if you've ever seen Sabrina, Salem is her familiar. Or like Harry Potter they have all their animals. So like Hedwig to Harry would be a familiar sort of thing. But it depends on how the animal reacts to you. Like, do you have a bond with it? Is it evil to you? If it's evil, it's a demon, basically. Fucking up. Demon bath. Apparently, you can become a Balfory. Yeah, like you just gotta read how things feel. Like trust your own body, sort of thing. Like if you feel weird, don't trust it. Tanya, I have no doubt that he would do that.
I think Amy's too strong to repel my attempts.
So yeah, Nadia, from what you are saying, it does sound like it was like a demon sort of form. Like maybe you said that she lived in a very known haunted place. Did she have a basement cellar, whatever you call them over there?
A basement. A dungeon.
Because a lot of places like that with basements have a lot of satanic rituals done in them, which is a very easy way. Oh, no. So I don't know then. Like without knowing like the full details of the story and stuff like that, then I can't really predict. So, but it does sound like it was like a demon form. Was it a cat by any chance? I'm going to just close this door because it's raining and it's going to be loud. I don't know why I feel like it's a cat. Or some sort of animal that would go outside quite a lot. So, cards anyway. Well, Nadia's probably replying. Yeah, there we go. Oh. So obviously, like, she will have walked her dog in certain places, which then would have been mimicked and followed home, sort of. Right, so Tanya wanted cards. That's super weird though, like having two of the same dog in the same room. Like it'll literally have mimicked everything, like the noises. So, Tanya, earlier we were doing. Sorry, that's really taking my throat. We were doing what seems to be your spirit animal at the minute and what's coming through with that. Or we can do a past, present, future sort of thing, if you want that. Or does anyone else want that one? Any dog chasing me will scare me, Moon. So if a dog's chasing you, it's chasing you for a reason. So hi, James. Is Tanya still here? That's the wrong phone. Is Tanya still here, or is she like died? Oh yeah, she's still here. And when I say died, I mean like phone. No, sorry. Right. So, shall we do your spirit animal first, Tanya? Just bear with me a second. If anyone wants to come up, just let me know. Just making sure I've got the right code first. Ooh, did you actually do like exorcisms? Like, I love watching the videos of exorcisms, but you can never tell if it's real or if the person's just faking it. So, Tanya, I will do your animal first. So, pick a number between 1 and 33. While I'm mixing the cards. Is this like really delayed? So yeah, that's like a classic sort of exorcism. That's usually what happens. Like they usually have like an item for it to go into usually, but Thank you, James. People can't usually see my tattoo on my videos because I usually have t-shirts on, but Tanya. Just wait for Tanya to pick a number. Does anyone else have any stories while we wait? Tanya usually seems to have a problem with a connection, though. Or anything that you want to ask me, or... Yeah. I really need to re-dye my hair again. It's like mega wimp, you know. Right, Tanya, pick a number between 1 and 33. One, two, and that is, ooh, a stag. Upside down stag. So that is, let's find it. We haven't had a stag tonight. Right, so the reverse stag means when pride helps you to give your best, it can be an asset to you. But if it merely protects feelings of vulnerability and inadequacy, seriously, I can't read or spell today or talk. It can prevent you from developing and enjoying life. If your pride isn't serving you well, ask yourself if the qualities of the stag can help you find dignity. So basically, is your pride helping you, or is your pride making things worse for you? So I don't know much about your life, so you want one as well, James, right? Depending on the nature and how it makes you feel, Nadia, if you, I've messaged you on Facebook before, haven't I? So if you message me on Facebook and like give me more on an in-depth sort of thing, I'll try and advise better with that, if that makes sense. Like I can't just be like, yeah, no sort of thing if I don't know much about it. So, right, we'll get James's done. Pick a number between 1 and 33, James, while I am mixing your cards. Right. Then, yeah, it would be making it worse, Tanya, and you would have to swallow your pride, sort of thing. Especially if you're struggling with things. So, 22. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. And 22 is Air Dragon. I think we've had all the dragons apart from the Water Dragon now.
No, we've had Water Dragon.
Have we had Water Dragon?
Yeah. Yeah, they were.
I showed Water Dragon right at the beginning. So, Air Dragon. There's a lot of dragons going on. So, the Air Dragon. Sorry, I'll read the paragraphs first to make sure that I'm getting it right. The Air Dragon brings insight and clarity to your thought and imagination. As a conveyor of numerous power, the Air Dragon can be seen as a symbol of visitation, for he is a messenger of the Sky God. So, imagination, maybe like anything to do with upcoming videos, builds. Yeah. I don't know. I'm not like a pro at all this though, so just take it with a pinch of salt, because, yeah. I actually can't believe Danielle and James got the same card. Like, that is crazy. That is, like, absolutely mental. Right, so does anyone else want anything doing, or does anyone want to come up and tell stories, or... Yeah, honestly, I feel like that's, like, you're actually meant to be with each other sort of thing. A number between 1 and 36? 19. Why? I'll distribute it now. Danielle, are you really being serious about a picture moving? I'm going to have to like watch that back. I'm going to have to. Oh, gambling. Oh, yeah, 19 then. But why are you gambling? It's not a very good thing.
Each to their own.
Mothering. Alright, so does anyone want the actual, like, the past, present, future sort of thing doing? Or I can do it like the one that's in here. So the one in here says your first card represents dynamic impulse, guiding idea, and motive behind a situation or event. The second card represents the effect of the emotional, social, or relationship level. And the third card represents its effect at this like physical level of manifestation in the body or the concrete, tangible world. Which one do you want, Tanya? Past, present, or future, or that one? I can't start shuffling until I know anyway, so. Past, present, future, right. Have you got any questions you want answering, or you just want a general one? Because a general one will just go for like your whole life sort of thing, whereas like a certain question will be targeted sort of thing. So my throat's starting to hurt again now. These cards are pretty cool though, to be honest. The fox. The otter's pretty cute as well. That's the other one. The side deck's got the seal that Danielle wanted to be. frog that she got. It's a bee, the wolf, which is in the thumbnail, a pumba, general, right, okay, right, let's go. So while I'm doing this, I need you to think of 3 numbers between 1 and 33 and put them in the order that you want them. So like the first one will be your past card, the second one will be present, and the last one will be your future, sort of thing.
Ed, you're doing well with the number between 1 and 36.
You've done that.
Oh.
Can I just say, Acid, if I actually win you some money, you better let me know. Danielle, I'll be coming for lottery numbers then.
10% commission is all you get. I'll get the rest. I'll get the other 90.
Just trying to see if I can feel anything.
Is it heating up?
No.
Fucking sweating one out, is it?
You're going through menopause.
Huh?
You're going through the menopause.
Oh, it must be.
2, 3, 4,
You didn't
5,
throw the
6,
rest of my
7,
burger away earlier, did you?
9. Yeah.
Why would you? For fuck's sake. Why would you throw it away? It's not finished. My burger.
It might actually be in the bag.
What?
It might actually be in the bag. Alright, so 2, 12, and 26. So your past is a bull. Your present is a fox. And your future is a reversed hawk. So let's find what these mean. I might have to call it a night soon because my throat is really killing me now. So the bull. Excuse me. So the bull mediates the influence of Taranis. I don't know what that means. The Jupiter-like god of the Druids, whose beneficence and expensiveness. Sorry, I'm a nightmare with reading out loud. Expansiveness bring the opportunity for a rich and abundant life. The bull is a symbol of wealth, and it is basically the bull represents like wealth, riches, anything like that. So it's not necessarily money. It could mean family, friends, career, anything like that. So I would say your past card. I can smell smoke. Have you just made toast? Francis. He's playing card and he can't hear me. I think he might have made toast. If he hasn't, then that's really weird. So yeah. So the bull is like wealth and stuff like that. So I would guess like maybe a family. So like you have your kids and stuff like that. Don't start. So let's wait until I'm finished. Right. So the fox is your present. Where is fox? Sorry, the baby's making weird noises. So, the fox is a graceful creature who typifies the beauty and harmony of the natural world. Working with the power of the fox, you will know when to come out into the open to be countered, and when to remain silent. With others, you will be able to be diplomatic. One of the attributes of the fox is being strong in counsel. So do you give like a lot of advice to people at the minute? Right? Do people come to you with like problems and right, so the rest of it says not to let skill or diplomacy become dishonest or slyness, remaining silent or becoming invisible so as to watch the unfolding drama as it is an asset that can bring its own special So basically, are people coming to you saying things and you're just keeping your mouth shut sort of thing? But it will actually like, I don't know. Like, does it make sense, Tanya? Like, I feel like it means that like people are coming to you to talk about things and you don't want to really get involved sort of thing. Like there's a lot of drama where you just want to like right, okay. So that one makes sense. Hi Luna. Hi Kiara, if you're still there. I will eventually get them all done for you, Tanya. Just bear with me. Right, so you have the reversed hawk for your future. Yeah, she's not happy right now. I think I'm going to have to call it a night after this because she's ready for bed and we're ready for bed and my throat hurts, so. Right, reversed hawk, meaning you could be paying too much attention to detail, being precise and hawk-eyed can be valuable, but taken to its extreme and without a wider overview, it can lead to cruelty. Excuse me. Excuse me. Can you shush, please? No. She's getting ready for a feed, I think. Excuse me. 1 second. What's wrong? Oh, fatty bum bum. Oh, that's what's wrong. You wet through. So. So yeah, you could be paying too much attention to detail in the future, sort of thing. So she needs to be changed. So I know, I've just said to you. So yeah. There you go, Tanya. So I think I am going to call it a night because we need to see to Pudding and we're all tired and not very well. So yeah. So yeah. Thank you guys for coming and watching and actually like taking part in things. And if this is something that people do want to see, I will do more in the future if that's what people want. So let me know and we will sort things out. And the video that was meant to be up today, I will get it out as soon as possible and take you from there. Like, it's the start of a new series as well, and it's so annoying that I haven't been able to get it done, but with everyone being ill and looking after them, things come first. So yeah, I will get it done and get it out as soon as, but yeah. So thank you for joining me, and hopefully I will get this new video out soon. So yeah, have a good night, good day, wherever you are, and thank you. Goodbye. When it wants to end.